warm welcome to this special interview. My name is Anoop Verma. I am the editor of ETGovernment, which is a vertical of the Economic Times, focused on covering government initiatives and policies. Today, our guest for this special interview is Mr. Rahul Mithal. He is the chairman and managing director of RITES Limited. RITES is a Navratna public sector enterprise under the Ministry of Railways. Mr. Mithal will talk mainly about the June quarter results that RITES has declared on July 31 and about the company's future plans. So first of all, how do you view the June quarter earnings? There has been a slight decline in the profit and also in the top line. Is this decline due to new investments that you are planning or for some other reason, business related reason?
Let's analyze the Q1 performance. The performance has been muted. And if we go deep down into the numbers, the two main hits which we have been trying to counter for about last few quarters or maybe an FY, and that is the change scenario of the inspection business of IR and the export business. And this was the quarter which we got hit, the full impact was felt. So if you compare YOY on Q1 to Q1, the export revenue last Q1 was 35 crores. The last few coaches of the Mozambique orders were being shipped out. And this quarter, the revenue has been literally nil on export. Similarly, on the new order of inspection for IR, which was through a competitive mode and which was divided among 4 players at a lower rate, this had started rolling out last year. The Q1, it had started rolling out, but there was still a lot of orders of the previous order, a lot of inspection calls of the previous orders, which were at a higher rate. But by this Q1, the earlier orders had all finished and all the inspection calls were at the number one at a lesser number and at a lesser rate. So this took a hit of about 25 crores. So this total hit of about 60 crores from these two contributors, which are high margin contributors, impacted the top line and obviously the impact on the bottom line. So these two were the biggest hits. And as I said, this was the full impact of these two challenges was felt in this Q1. Moving forward, we will focus on execution of the order book so that as you have seen this particular quarter, there has been 11% jump in the order book within one quarter itself. So the aim will be moving forward to grow on faster execution so that we are able to build up on this quarter.
The RITES stock has been doing very well in the last few months. It has surged about 61%, outperforming Nifty's performance about 26% during this period. So, but there was slight decline after the results came out. So, what would you say is the main driver of growth in the company?
You see, our USP is that we are the only infrastructure consultancy company in India, whether in the PSU space or private company space, which has infrastructure verticals across sectors of infrastructure, except maybe oil and natural gas. And as we completed 50 years most recently in April, we have 13 different verticals ranging from highway, rail infra, ports, airports, building, sustainability, etc. And that is what gives us this USP, this strength. For example, we have reached the milestone of being a 1 order a day company. We have, for example, last H1, last FY, we got total orders of about 600 crores. And the last 3 quarters, we have got orders of 3,000 crores. So about 5 times as the jump in the fresh order inflow. And in this quarter itself, the order book has grown by 11%. So to give you a few examples, we have got a highway order in Assam. We have got a tunnel order in J&K. We have got an airport consultancy order in Bihar. We have got a rail infra order in Karnataka. We have got an MMLP order in Indore. So across sectors, we have got recently an order for a medical college in Amravati, Maharashtra. So across my various verticals, we have been getting orders, and that's our strength, that on a sustained basis, our basic inherent strength, number one, of getting orders across sectors, across geographies, is our USP.
The biggest driver, I think, like you have said, the examples that you gave, the biggest driver of growth in the country is probably the domestic consultancy business, which has shown a very slight decline of around just 5%. So if you can further elaborate on that, yeah, how you plan to further grow the domestic consultancy business.
You see, the consultancy revenue, QA is clubbed with the consultancy revenue. So the revenue decline which you see in the consultancy stream is primarily contributed by the decline in the consultancy contribution, the inspection contribution of the consultancy stream of revenue. So if you take that aside, the project consultancy, in fact, last year saw an all-time high. It saw a 10% growth. And these orders also, which we have been getting recently, are primarily, a large number of them are project consultancy orders, as I mentioned, gave you the example. So across streams of project consultancy, we will see, our aim is to now get faster execution of these orders in the coming quarters, so that we are able to maximize the execution of the order book and revenue realization in the coming quarters. As far as the inspection, the QA contribution to the consultancy revenue is concerned, in the last few quarters, we have made tremendous efforts of getting orders in the QA across non-IR sectors. So whether it is the GEM order, it is the PM Vishkarma order, we have got orders in the power sector, the renewable solar sector, the power discoms, the state governments, the defense, certain orders we have got. So in fact, within a year, where the IR used to be about 2/3 of my inspection contribution in the revenue, the non-IR has become about 55% contributor to the inspection revenue. So it has flipped within a year. So whether it is the inspection revenue or it is the project consultancy revenue, both together, we would see in the coming quarters a growth.
You are present in several countries providing consultancy. There, this decline seems more significant. It's, I think, 53.6%. So how do you plan to grow this business? Because the foreign consultancy, India has become very active in Africa and other parts of the world. This, I think, would be a major growth area for RITES.
Yes, for sure. You see, in our international business under the RITES Videsh initiative, there are two contributors. One is the design and export of rolling stock, and one is the project consultancy. In the design and export of rolling stock, we, as I said, have had a setback, but after a gap of about 3-4 years, we have got two orders. This 900 crores from Bangladesh and 300 crores from Mozambique. So 1200 crores is our order book now, which we will aim for execution in the next 3-4 quarters. The execution should start. As far as project consultancy is concerned, definitely we are sure that with the way we have bid in a number of project consultancy EOIs across various geographies in Africa and Southeast Asia, these should get converted into some finite orders in the coming quarters.
What exactly will be the sectors where your main focus is? Will it be like infrastructure or something, some other types of sectors also?
You see, our core consultancy is our core strength. We are a consultancy company. And our niche, our strength is that we are able to give consultancy across all these areas of infrastructure. As we speak, we have about 700 plus orders which we are executing of various types of consultancy across the geography and internationally, a few of them internationally also. So this is our area which we will continue to leverage our strength, whether it is giving faster execution or getting more orders. And the examples which I gave you show that we are able to take these orders on a competitive basis across sectors, across geography. So our basic inherent strength of being able to get more and more consultancy orders, whether it is the metros, the airports, the ports, or rail infra, etc. That will be our core focus.
Yeah, what is your view of the consultancy business in India in general as a sector? What kind of growth can this sector achieve in the, let's say, by 2030?
Past few years, the focus and the increased stress on infrastructure development and the huge capex outlay, whether you see for railways, or whether you see for highways, or for airports, ports, multimodal logistics parks, etc., across sectors, for smart city and urban engineering, we and in all these we have a presence and we have been getting orders. So as long as you have a bench strength, you have a capability to provide good quality infrastructure consultancy, the potential for consultancy with this growth in infrastructure is huge. And the only key point, the USP, is that, you see, consultancy, it depends on the quality of resources that you deploy. Our assets are human resource, the quality of people that you deploy. So a good consultancy firm has to have that ability, that bench strength, to deploy people with the latest skills, the cutting edge technology, the cutting edge skills, who are future ready to be able to give the best to the client.
One last question that I would like to ask you. How are you using new digital technologies, emerging technologies? All the businesses are now using them to enhance their performance and bring down the operating cost. So how are you deploying these technologies like AI, ML, data analytics to bring further efficiency in your company?
You see, this is our vision. If you see, our core focus is being future ready. And for that, whether it is the latest software in design, where our, the design people work on it to be constantly abreast with the latest technology, the latest software, the design softwares, the project monitoring softwares, or it is the application of AI for inspection. Like, we are doing a lot of work now to try and use the AI technology in my inspection vertical to have better quality, to optimize costs, to give the best to the client. So these are areas where our teams across the various verticals are working with the latest technology, so that not only do we give the best to the client, but also optimize the input costs.
Thank you, Mr. Mithal.